Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Zittel. Just leaving the MGM Grand, getting back to my car after a long day of covering Fundora Thurman. And, want to give some quick thoughts on the Moses Itauma fight that's going to be taking place in like 15 hours from now over in England. Well, I definitely think Itauma beats Franklin. And I wouldn't be surprised if Itauma solves the puzzle quicker than we might imagine. I believe Franklin's never been stopped. He went 12 with Anthony Joshua. It's the first kind of smaller, fluid, heavyweight, American heavyweight that Itauma has fought. Itauma looked good at knocking out Dillian White, who once upon a time was a fluidish heavyweight himself, but Franklin's never been a real bona fide contender at heavyweight, but he's technically capable. He moves his upper body well. He flows well in the heavyweight division, and it's a different look for Moses Itauma. But my expectations are very high for Moses Itauma. I know to a degree Franklin's supposed to be a guy that gives him some rounds, gives him some resistance, and maybe he will. I have no doubt Itauma's going to win, but I don't know. I got a lot of stock in Moses Itauma. I think he's excellent. Southpaw at his size, with his hand speed and punching power and his technical acumen. And I think the key for him in this fight, if he's going to get Franklin out of there quickly, is changing his levels with his combinations and getting to Franklin's body, which is soft, and Franklin has good upper body movement. So if he mixes in his combinations to the body and finishes up top, I think he has the power to end this fight early in the punch selection, and he has good feints with his lead hand. I think Itauma is a cold motherfucker. I think he's really good. I think that's the future of the heavyweight division. And I think just more and more people will buy into that if he looks sensational against Jermaine Franklin. Now, I know it might be just as likely logical that the fight goes several rounds and Itauma has some fits for the first time with a guy making a miss more than other fighters have been able to. But again, I think he's shown enough technical acumen, punch selection, and hand speed and power that if he, again, mixes in his attack to the body to set up a knockout up top, and God forgive me, I'm a little tired after a long day here, so maybe it's not as articulate as I'd like it to be, but I think he can solve the riddle of Jermaine Franklin and his upper body movement, which is pretty decent, quicker than some people might think. And if he gets him out of there, I think his talent is such that he could really end this fight in under 5 rounds. If he ends it in 6, 7, 8 rounds, I think that's still going to be a passing mark in most people's eyes. If he goes the distance and loses some rounds, then I think people pump the brakes on him being the next anointed one and all that. But I don't know. I got a lot of stock in Moses Itauma. I have very high expectations for him because I really think he's the truth. And I expect him, I'm putting an expectation on him to solve that puzzle sooner rather than later in this fight. So I got Moses Itauma by being the first man to stop Jermaine Franklin. And kind of my hope and expectation for him, given his talent and what I want to see from him out of the future heavyweight division, is he gets it done in a little bit shorter fashion than people might expect. So let's see what it is. I'm pretty sold on his talent. He's got to prove it. But I'm expecting big things from Moses Itauma tomorrow and going forward. So from the MGM, peace.